is higher than we wanted it to be.
Right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Darrell Clay, and along with retired Cleveland Municipal Court Judge C. Ellen Conley, I am pleased to be one of the co-chairs of Judge for Yourself. And we are delighted to report that the 2020 ratings of candidates appearing on the ballot in Cuyahoga County for judicial office are now available at www.judgeforyourself.com. Judge for Yourself is an independent, nonpartisan coalition of 5 bar associations: the Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Association, the Ohio Women's Bar Association, the Norman S. Minor Bar Association, the Cuyahoga Criminal Defense Lawyers Association, and the Asian American Bar Association of Ohio. And our goal is to provide ratings of persons who appear on the ballot for judicial offices in Cuyahoga County and the Supreme Court of Ohio. With me today are representatives from each of the 5 coalition members, and I'd ask them to introduce themselves now.
Lawrence Floyd on behalf of the Norman S. Minor Bar Association.
John Mitchell on behalf of the Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Association.
Tim Riley on behalf of the Cuyahoga Criminal Defense Lawyers Association.
Christine Santoni on behalf of the Ohio Women's Bar Association.
Tim Chai on behalf of the Asian American Bar Association.
The Judge for Yourself's rating process consists of the submission of a written questionnaire, an electronic survey of each lawyer who is a member of the Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Association, a check of the confidential discipline history of attorneys, a personal interview before approximately 60 to 70 lawyers who practice in the courts of Cuyahoga County, and then confidential deliberations. We rate candidates based on 4 criteria. They are competence for the position sought, diligence, integrity, and temperament and demeanor. Each candidate is assigned one of 4 ratings in each of those criteria, and those ratings are excellent, good, satisfactory, or not recommended. Each candidate is individually rated on each criteria. They are not rated against other persons appearing in that particular race. Each person is evaluated individually. We use a mathematical process in which each participant's evaluation of a candidate is the mathematical product of the rating assigned to each of the 4 criteria. And then each committee's rating is the mathematical product of the cumulative ratings of each participating committee member. All 5 Judge for Yourself bar associations report their ratings individually. And that is deliberate and on purpose because each bar association has a different perspective on each of the candidates. Over the course of the last 18 months, Judge for Yourself undertook a substantial process to transform itself. We heard from members of the community and from past candidates who appeared in front of us about concerns with respect to objectivity, transparency, fairness, and respect in their appearances before Judge for Yourself. And that is why we entirely revised the process that we follow. And we now use the objective criteria outlined above and the mathematical process to compute final ratings. In addition, we required that every person participating in the candidate interviews undergo a multi-hour training session designed to combat the influence of unconscious bias. We understand that rating lawyers for judicial office is an inherently subjective process. We strive to achieve objectivity, and by requiring training against unconscious bias, we believe that we strike directly at the core mission of achieving transparency, objectivity, respect, and fairness. Undervoting in judicial races for judicial races that appear on the ballot in Cuyahoga County is a substantial problem. We urge every Cuyahoga County voter to become educated about candidates who are running for judicial office and to exercise your democratic right to vote. We are not the only source for information. We understand that there are other organizations out there who also evaluate candidates, and we urge you to seek information from those sources as well as ours. The most important thing that you can do is vote. vote in every single race that appears on your ballot. Don't hesitate to go to www.judgeforyourself.com and print off the ratings grid. You can take it with you into the ballot box and use it as a guide to how you exercise your vote. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
I'm curious, did you see any change in the number of candidates who elected not to participate in this round?
There are 16 candidates that appear in contested primaries in Cuyahoga County this year, and 15 of those candidates chose to appear before Judge for Yourself this year. We were very, very pleased with that high rate of turnout, and we think it speaks directly to the confidence that we have instilled in our process through the revisions that we've adopted.
Have you, or the organization, done a sort of a review of past evaluations to see if there was bias, if say, African-American candidates received lower ratings, like numerically?
I understand that that has been studied by others. We certainly heard the cry to address the issue, and whether that is ultimately completely based in fact or it's as much perception as anything else, that wasn't relevant to us. We heard the concern, and it was a fair question, and we dove deep on how we can address that and improve our process, and we think that's exactly what we've done.
And could you speak a little bit about the sort of the finding that is communicated to the public? It was primarily just a number, right? And now there is the evaluation on all the criteria from each of the bar organizations. That's all laid out. So you've sort of expanded what people hear, right?
Historically, what we've done is we've allowed each association to return a rating, and in the past it was excellent, good, adequate, and not recommended. We didn't use a numerical rating system, but each association reports just at the macro level to the public on how they rate each of the candidates. Each candidate is confidentially provided a breakdown by particular dimension, and it's up to them whether they would choose to release that information.
Okay, that's all I had.
Are there any other folks on the panel who want to expand on anything that Daryl said? Otherwise, we can wrap it up and remind people that it will be available on Facebook, the entire video. They can watch it even after the live stream is over, and of course, where they can find the judicial ratings.
Early voting starts on February 19th, and the primary itself is March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. So if you're going to be enjoying other things that Cleveland and Cuyahoga County have to offer on March 17th, consider exercising your right to an early vote. But one way or other, please just vote.
Vote first.
The whole ballot.
All right, thank you.
I give you